Hello, good evening and welcome to the Little Farmer's Farm with me, Guru MURPHINDA, aka Tony. Now a couple of weeks ago we started off the first of our sort of winter starts, our winter seedlings, in the form of some winter greens and also the onions. The onions in sets, that is, the Japanese overwintering onions. But we've also got some dwarf curly kale. We've got plenty of pak choi Shanghai, actually, and I think 17 cauliflowers, all the year-round cauliflowers that we're attempting to grow inside the tunnels over the winter months, so they're ready for the new year. Let's take a look and see how they're getting on. All right, so the weather is still relatively mild. We're just at the start now of September. Oh, sorry, October. We're just into the 10th month of the year in the northern hemisphere where we are. And as you can see there, a couple of weeks ago we started off the dwarf the dwarf green kale, curly kale, or a boro kale. We've got 5 there. We've also got 5 there. No, we've not. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but that's going to have to be thinned out. So I'm going to take out one of those that I don't favour. Got to be careful. I should have actually snipped that at the base rather than pulled it out. I'm sure it'll survive that. So we've got the boro kale, dwarf variety. We've got the Shanghai, pak choi Shanghai, that's coming through very nicely. I've sown actually last week. I don't know if you saw that, but I have sown 2 more trays. So there's another 24 there, and they're all bursting through, and that's in the space of 6 days. These ones did the same, the pak choi, and also the cauliflower, all year round cauliflower. So we've got 12 there, we've got another 5 there, so we've got 17 of the all year round cauliflower, which this year did fantastically well for us. But that was started in March this year, you know, the really big cauliflowers that we got. So I'm going to overwinter these and see what happens, see if we can get some overwinter and maybe come through in spring, early to mid-spring, get some collies on the go. If we don't get collies, I'm thinking that we're going to get plenty of leafy greens anyway. You can eat the leaf as well as the curds of the cauliflower. So there they are. Now they haven't had any water since they were started off, which was 2 weeks ago. And what you don't want it to be over moist, overly damp, because you'll get basal rot off and stuff like that. It will not be good for them. But you don't want them drying out. So all I'll need to do really is get these. This is the watering tray. These aren't, as I say, that's a dry tray, although it is a watering tray, it's a dry tray. Those ones have had water. They had water initially last Saturday, or was it Sunday when I started them off? Last week anyway, whichever it was. They have had the water, so they're not going to need it just yet, but these have had 2 weeks without having any moisture put back into the soil. So I'm going to put them in to this watering tray, but only for 5 minutes, just so you get the moisture wicking up from the watering tray, and then they're going to be put back then into the dry tray. Okay, it's just to keep that compost moist so that they don't dry out. I don't want them drying out, but I don't want them overly saturated with the water, with the H2O. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take those out of there, put them into there, and there you go. Okay, I'm going to make a cup of tea, and then I'm going to take them out of there. In fact, I don't think I've even shown you me putting them in there, have I? But the space of time it'll take me to make a cup of tea and have a quick swig of it, they'll be ready for coming out and putting back in the dry tray. All right, into the water they go. There's about ½ an inch of water in that watering tray. I'm going to leave them in there for the time it takes to make a cup of tea, and the job's are good. And the water will be absorbed via the holes, the little holes that are in the seed tray bottoms. It'll be drawn up, but it won't saturate it. It'll just moisten the soil. Just thought I'd show you these Japanese onions while we're waiting for the kettle to boil. Now, we put them in at the same time, which was on the 18th of September. which is precisely 2 weeks ago. If you look back in the episodes, you'll see that. And that's what I want to see. I want to see them firing up. You see how they're greening up? They were sort of that brown colour before, but now they're greening up. That's the actual onion coming back to life. The little baby onion coming back to life. That'll be sending its shoots down below the ground, and its roots down below the ground, and also sending shoots up towards the sky. Now, obviously, they're not going to be turning into great big fat onions this year, but we just want them to get the roots established and the shoots up, so that when I plant them out, because they are going outside in the beds, I'm going to plant them out in the beds. They've got more of a chance then to stay healthy, stay under the ground. I'm going to be burying them sort of under the ground. You'll see this in a bit, with the noses sticking up, just the shoots sticking up, and maybe put a fleece over them. And there they will live for the next 4, 5, 6 months, even probably about 6 months, 6 or 7 months, before they're ready for pulling up in June. But yeah, happy days. Look at that bench, still spot on after what, 2.5 years when I built the tiki tunnel, the trampoline framed tiki tunnel. That's one brew, freshly brewed. Now it's time to get those out back in the dry tray, and then we'll put the onions in, give them a bit of a drink while I drink my brew. There we go. Brassicas out, onions in. I'm going to have my brew, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, having my tea. I'm going to do something I've not done for a long time now. I'm going to give a shout out to a fellow gardener. Now this guy is a fantastic grower, a beautiful man, well, at least spiritually beautiful man, and just an all-round good egg, even though he's from Yorkshire. I'm going to be putting a link in the description below to a channel called My Family Garden. I call him Monty. It's not his real name, but I call him Monty. Quite a few people call him Monty. He's a mate of Dean from Dean's Lost the Plot, Dean Hood, as well as me. And we're planning on doing some collaborative stuff together, myself and Monty. Mothin, I think his name is. Should know it. So yeah, I want to give him a shout out, and I want you guys to go and say hello to him. It'll be in the description below, but it's My Family Garden. He's a fantastic fella. You'll love him to bits. His tips are much better than my tips. His growing is excellent, and if you want to be looking at growing some stuff that you wouldn't normally grow in this country, some Oriental and Eastern vegetables, he's your man, as well as your standard crops, UK crops. Go and check him out. Tell him I said hello. You won't be disappointed. He's a really, really good grower, fantastic channel, great communicator, all round good egg. So go and check My Family Garden. Okay. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window, boys and girls. This has been Guru MURPHINDA signing out. Remember, we love you all. Take it easy, take care of yourselves and each other, and keep growing with your heads down. I'll show you the old sign behind me. That's the motto. That's our motto. Keep growing with your heads down. It's like keep going with your head, keep going with your head down, but keep growing with your heads down. Alright. See you later, boys and girls. Take care. Tatty bye. Love you to bits. You've been beautiful, fragrant and fantastic if you've been a lady. If you've been a gentleman, you've been forthright, virile and masculine. And if you've been something in between, you've been something in between. Alright. We love you all. Take care. Bye-bye. See you after. Get them seedling starts. Get them off and running. Get the garlic on the go. If you've not done your onions already, get the overwintering onions in the ground, or in the trays like we've done there. And the garlic's coming up next. We usually leave the garlic until sort of mid-October. Joe does these in, I think he plants these out in, well, on Halloween, around about Halloween time, 31st. But yeah, there's still things to do, guys. Take it easy. Catch you later. Bye bye. Right, so there it is. My family garden. Monty, my mate. Let's have a look at him. Oh, there he is. There's his kids. Or a couple of his kids. What to sow in October. Oh. Sorry, Monty. You can't hear him because I've got my earphones in.
Gardens to bed and thinking about the winter.
Let's make him big.
Season. But I'm telling you, there's still lots of things that you can sow this year. Some things you're going to be able to get a harvest for this year.
I'll get a picture of him. There he is. That's our mate.
And some things you're going to get a harvest.
The link to his channel is going to be in the description below, but he's brilliant. Honestly, watch him, check him out. Comment, like and subscribe.
So I'm just preparing some seed trays. There's a load of salads that you can still be planting this month. I mean, salad has been on my list of things to plant pretty much all the year through. And varieties like Arctic King, if you plant them now, you can get them outside and they'll last.
There you go, there's Monty. Right, check him out. Peace, love and happy Mondays, guys and gals. See you later.